If you're in your late 20s and approaching your early 30s like I am, you have been living in the city, thinking about now maybe moving to the suburbs, I'm gonna do a pro-con list for both so that you don't have to. Because boy, am I struggling with this decision and having a hard time letting go of my city era. Let's start with option one, staying in the city. The pros, your life feels active without having to plan it. You can go to New York City for a workout, an event, a dinner. Two, it's easier to maintain friendships. Like in your early 20s especially, you can survive on wanna grab a drink tonight, and then in your 30s, or as I'm approaching my 30s, I'm 29 right now by the way, it's more like I'm free in 2 months from now on Thursday, November 12th. Next, you can have a social life that doesn't revolve around alcohol. And it's kind of weird to say this about city living. However, I just think there is so much to do in a city. You can go to coffee, get dinner, go to a workout class, yoga together, events, museums, farmers markets. You don't have to drive everywhere. You aren't constantly getting in the car, parking, filling up gas. I sold my car a few years ago because my parking garage is so expensive. I am gonna miss walking so much. And these last two pros, a little controversial, I don't know. It keeps you connected to the version of yourself you are now, but I mean, that depends where you wanna be. I feel like there's something psychologically meaningful about staying in an environment that reflects your current identity. So for now, I'm like this busy bee hustler. I'm a fitness instructor. I'm working a 9 to 5. Our headquarters is in New York. I'm a content creator. Everything is like, my current identity is in the city right now, but also that's how I built it. That's because of living here for a few years. So yes, the city reinforces that identity, but like, am I onto a new era? You can postpone the permanent adult decision. Oh, that one hits hard. You don't necessarily in the city need to decide like, this is where we're raising our family. You can give yourself another few years to figure out what you exactly want. But like, am I at that point already? And like, I think I am. I think that's where my feelings are leading me. Okay, the cons, I'm just gonna zip right through these. The space, obviously. Your housing costs don't necessarily translate into luxury. You can have a nice apartment, nice building, but a very small living space. The noise, density, and lack of privacy. I mean, you walk out your door and whether you're feeling ugly that day, whether you just don't want to see anyone, like you are seeing everyone and saying hi to everyone. The city can be exhausting. The stimulation that makes city life exciting can eventually get really draining. Okay, let's move on to option two, move to the suburbs. Pros are basically the cons of city living. You get more space. Your home becomes a part of your lifestyle. I love this one. You can have Sunday morning coffee outside, go grocery shopping, cook dinner in a big kitchen, host your friends, a fire pit, maybe a pool, gardening. Oh my God, gardening. Next, it may just be more conducive to a future family. You have more space, privacy, neighborhoods, potentially getting a better value for your housing dollar. Yeah, this is an obvious one. City living is expensive. Get more peace, birds chirping instead of honking and sirens. Cons, this one's a big fear of mine. You might lose that spontaneity. You can't really just casually say, let's go to New York City without looking at a train schedule, thinking about parking. Also because of that, your social life might require more effort because again, you have to drive and commute and park. New York City becomes more of like an event instead of your environment. You'll drive a lot. The suburbs can feel boring, which I don't know, maybe initially after living in the city, but I do feel like I'll find a lot of peace. I think this is something that's really helping me. When you picture your ideal Saturday at age 32, what does it look like? Neither is more adult. It's just two completely different versions of a really good life. I am so grateful for the time I've spent in the city. I can't imagine who I would be or where I would be without it, but I think I'm ready for this next new era, moving to the suburbs. What are your thoughts?